Right, hello guys, I'm Ming, you might know me as Kevin, so I've got Egor with me today.
Hi.
So we're doing another mock test video. So we're in Chertsey today, so we're going to be driving around the Chertsey test routes. So Egor, how are you feeling about the mock test today?
Good.
Feeling good? Feeling confident?
Yeah.
Yeah, first ever mock test for you guys today from Egor. So he's done a few lessons with me, but a lot of the time he's been driving around in his own car with his mum. In an automatic, and this car is a manual, so every now and again he does make the odd mistake with the gears. Nothing too drastic, but hopefully he'll be okay today in the mock test. So he's got his real test booked somewhere in the future, you know, maybe a few months time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not too soon. So we're doing the first mock test today. We just want to gauge, you know, where he's at and see if there's anything in particular that he needs to improve on. Okay, so you're ready to get going?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we've got is a little mock test I've got in my mind. So I'm going to take you around a particular route that I've just thought of. We're going to be driving for about maybe half an hour, 35 minutes. Throughout the drive, follow the road ahead at all times, unless I tell you to turn left or right. We're going to be doing one of the manoeuvres, possibly the emergency stop. And yeah, I'm going to get you to do some independent driving as well. So the independent driving today is going to involve the satellite navigation. So I'm going to set up the sat nav, and you're going to start off by following the sat nav. If it wants to find it for me, okay. So yeah, so like I said, we're going to be following the sat nav for the first part of your mock test. Alrighty, we're ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so best of luck. So Egor, you may drive off when you're ready to do so.
Okay.
Hello guys, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoy my videos, please do subscribe, as it really does help the channel grow and keeps me motivated to create more content. Yeah, so anyway, sit back and enjoy Egor's mock.
Turn left now.
Sat-nav's sending you the wrong way. So obviously he hasn't quite figured out where you are yet. Hopefully it will do soon.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right onto St Anne's Road.
There you go, it's kind of figured out where you are now. Okay, so I don't think the sat-nav knows about the road closure. I think it's taking you towards where the road is closed. So I'm going to direct you for the next sort of like 20 seconds just to get you back on track. So when you get to the end of the road, don't turn right, we're going to turn left instead.
Turn right now. Quarter of a mile, enter the roundabout and take the second exit onto Harriet Road.
Right, it's fine now, so if you just continue following the sat-nav again.
Take the second exit now. In a quarter of a mile, enter the roundabout and take the first exit onto Guildford Street.
actually. Never mind, just flung off the clutch a bit quickly. That's what I mean, guys. Jumping in from an auto to a manual, but it's alright. Minor detail. Alright, no worries, continue following the sat nav. Just an advisory here, guys. So Egor takes his foot off the clutch pedal a little bit too quickly. No fault recorded really, because it hasn't really affected anybody else or us for that matter.
Take the first exit now. Take the first exit now.
Got roundabouts here.
In 1/10 of a mile, turn right. Turn right now and then enter the roundabout and take the first exit. Take the first exit now. In a quarter of a mile, enter the roundabout and take the second exit onto A320. Take the second exit now.
So I've given Egor a minor fault here, so he gets a little bit too close to the vehicle in front. So remember, guys, keep at least 2 seconds behind the car in front in the dry and 4 seconds in the wet.
Take the second exit onto Guildford Road. Take the second exit now. Take the first exit now. Turn left now.
So Igor, can you pull up on the left behind the next parked vehicle? We're not worried about the yellow line or the driveway on this occasion. We just need to stop behind this van. Okay, carry on driving, carry on. You've gone past the you've gone past the van. So if you pull up on the left behind the next parked vehicle, so stop on the left before you reach the next parked vehicle.
Your destination is ahead.
And just move reasonably close to this car, but leave yourself enough room to move off. That will do fine. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to pause here for a second. All right, and when you're ready, continue to drive. So when you're ready, continue to drive. Take the next road on the right. Take the next road on the right. Okay, so we're going to pull up on the right in a safe place. Pulling up on the right in a safe place. So anywhere on the right hand side will do just fine. Right, okay. When you're ready to do so, what I'd like you to do is to reverse the car backwards for approximately the length of 2 car lengths. Okay, so we've got a parked car behind you, so that's about 2 car lengths away roughly, so I'm just going to reverse back towards that parked car you can see on the curb there. So if you try and keep your car reasonably close and parallel to the curb. Okie dokie, that will do fine. Let's just leave it there. Right, okay, so when you're ready to do so, if you can drive off again and just once again continue to follow the sat nav.
Turn left now and then turn left. In 1/10 of a mile, turn left onto Button's Lane. Turn left now. In 1/4 of a mile, turn left onto Little Green Lane and then your destination is ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Igor. So we're not going to follow the sat nav anymore. That's the end of your independent driving. I'm going to direct you from here onwards. So if I don't say anything, just continue to follow the road ahead. Obviously obeying any road signs and road markings you come across. And I'll let you know if I need you to turn at any point. At the end of the road, we are going to turn right, so right at the end of the road. Continue ahead at the mini roundabout, so straight on at the mini roundabout. So we've got two mini roundabouts coming up, one after the other. Turn left at the first roundabout, go straight at the second roundabout, so left and then straight. Okay, good. Straight at this one, so straight at this one. Shortly coming up to another roundabout, so at this particular roundabout I'd like you to go ahead. So we're taking the second exit, following the road ahead. Just a little advice here, look at the road markings carefully. So second exit straight ahead.
Is that the wrong lane?
Yeah, you're on the wrong lane. I'll let you decide what you need to do. Serious fault here, guys. So Egor's approached the roundabout. He's in the wrong lane to go straight second exit. So he tries to rectify that error by going around the roundabout and coming off. He actually does it safely, but he should have that right signal on. So he actually drives around the entire roundabout without a right signal. So that's why I've given him a serious fault. Second serious fault coming up, guys. So Egor needs the middle lane in order to carry on going straight at the traffic lights. He's in the right lane, but erratically changes into the middle lane without any mirror checks. So that's why I've given him another serious fault here. So take the next road on the left, please. Next road on the left. Pull up on the left in a safe place, anywhere along this road, somewhere of your choice. That will do fine. And once again, when you're ready, continue to drive. Alright, so we've got a strange little junction here, giveaway junction. We're just going to follow the road directly ahead. Alright, so we are going straight, so straight on at the mini roundabout, which is coming up in a moment. See that van driver behind you? Obviously we've driven around the roundabout properly. He's tried to go around it the other side. Overtake you on the roundabout. Interesting way of driving. Right, so we're going to head back down Staines Lane, which is where we originally started from. So, as you did before, just keeping yourself in the right lane and eventually turning right into Staines Lane. Yeah, just keep following the road ahead, so all the way down towards the end, past the white van. We're going to go round the circle, come back this way, please. Alrighty, and let's just see what this other learner car's doing before we proceed. Okay, so we're going to pull up on the left in a safe place, so pull up on the left in a safe place. Alrighty, you may relax. Yeah, so let's turn off the engine. Open the window a little bit. Right, okay, so that's the end of your driving test, mock driving test. How do you reckon you did?
Bad.
You reckon you did bad? Well, you were feeling confident earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, you do have every right to be confident because usually you're driving pretty well. But unfortunately, on this occasion, you've made 2 serious mistakes. Can you tell me where they might be?
The roundabout. The big one.
The roundabout? Yeah, what happened there?
Well, I went in the wrong lane.
Yeah. Okay, so I kind of gave you a little bit of a little hint there. So as you approach the roundabout, make sure you look at the road markings carefully. Okay, so the left lane, you probably saw there was a left arrow pointing to turn left. Okay, which kind of prompted you to use one of the other lanes. Okay, so you got into the furthest lane on the right hand side. Okay, so what made you choose that particular lane?
Well, I was already in the right lane,
okay,
so
fair
I
enough.
just kind of went along.
Okay, so you got into the right lane, but you still haven't failed at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you did next would have caused you to fail. So what happened? What happened next?
Well, I went around.
Yeah, you went all the way around. Okay, so what did you not do though? As you were going around the whole roundabout, what did you forget to do?
To change to the center lane?
No, you didn't signal.
Oh, right.
Okay, so if you're going around the roundabout like that, complete circle, you need that right signal on. Okay, because you need to let people know, you know, what you're doing. Okay, what your intentions are. So if you're just driving around the roundabout without any signals, it could be a little bit tricky for other road users. They might not necessarily know what you're doing. Okay, so for that reason, I've given you a serious fault for not having your signal on. Okay, so unfortunately that would have been a fail. You did make another serious fault shortly afterwards as well. Can you remember what that might be?
No.
Okay, so we came off the roundabout. I mean, really and truly, coming off the roundabout, you should have checked your mirrors, signalled left, and moved back over to the left lane. It was safe to do so, but you kind of opted to come off in the right lane. Okay, again, that itself isn't a serious fault. Okay, so it's up to you which lane you want to use, but I would advise you to use the left lane. Okay, so you've come off using the right lane, so therefore you've continued to follow the road ahead in the right lane. Did you notice eventually the right lane became a lane to only turn right? Okay, so what do you need to do there when you see that scenario?
Well, turn right anyway, because you're in the right lane.
Well, you could have done that, but I mean, you did move into the left lane or into the lane next door to continue to go straight, which is fine. But what you need to do first is to check your mirrors and perhaps even give a left signal to let people know you're changing direction, because you know we weren't the only ones on the road at that point. There were people behind you, so you know you should have let people know what you want to do. But the most important thing to do is check your mirrors first to make sure it is safe to change direction. But what I actually saw you do was a quick swerve, wasn't it? A little sneaky swerve into the other lane. Okay, so there could quite easily have been someone there if you've not checked. Another car, a motorbike. Okay, so that's why that one is a serious fault as well. So unfortunately you've made 2 serious faults, you know, very close to each other. The rest of the drive was actually pretty good. So I've given you 2 minor faults, other than the 2 serious faults. The first one was for following distance. Do you remember there was one roundabout?
Yeah.
You've come off the roundabout and you're behind another learner car.
Yeah.
Okay, so that learner car, or the driver of that learner car, he probably isn't at your standard yet. You know, he's driving very slowly. Okay, so yeah, obviously you need to keep a safer distance behind that car. Eventually, you did manage to keep a bigger gap, but yeah, you were every so often getting closer to him again. Yeah, so remember, a 2-second gap in the dry, you know, a 2-second gap would have been fine today. Maybe a little bit further back, just to give him a bit of breathing space, because he's probably looking in his mirror thinking, you know, why is this car you know, right on my tail? So yeah, just give him a bit of a, try not to intimidate them too much. Okay, and the other one was just a control fault for your manoeuvre. Do you know why I've given you a control fault?
No.
The main reason, because the front wheel actually touched the curb.
Oh.
Yeah. The second reason, well, when you pulled up and stopped on the right hand side, try and get your car perfectly straight and parallel to the curb. Okay, so that will make the manoeuvre much easier. Because you stopped slightly wonky, you had to do a bit of steering to correct it as you went backwards. It's alright, not a big deal. But yeah, I mean, you kind of just over-corrected it and ended up with the right wheel just up and down on the curb. You know, again, for me, it's not a big deal. You only just nudged into it. It's not like you've got half the car up on the pavement or anything like that. So I would just give you a minor fault there. But yeah, just try and stop with the car nice and straight and give yourself a bit of less work to do. So you got 4 faults, 2 minors, 2 serious. Any questions or disputes? Right, some talking points. Awareness and planning. Right, you know when we came up the road just now, and you had that learner who obviously just reversed out of the parking bay. Okay, so me personally, I would have just slowed right down, just maybe even come to a stop for 1 or 2 seconds, try and assess what that learner driver's going to do next. Okay. Yeah, imagine if you were practicing bay parking, you reversed out of a bay and then another guy just comes along and whizzes past you. Okay, so yeah, I'm not giving you anything for that, but it's just something to bear in mind, because the situation could have been different. You know, you might try and get past him and then he starts moving again. Okay, so yeah, just try not to rush into things too quickly. And the other one was obviously just a little miscontrol of the clutch pedal at the pedestrian crossing. Again, not a big deal. It was just probably, you know, when you were not used to driving the manual after driving the auto for such a long time. But yeah, that's it really. So there's your first mock test. I'm afraid it's not a pass, but at least you've got a few months to work on these things. Not a lot to work on, to be honest. I mean, the majority of the drive was pretty good. With regards to mirrors, I can see you're checking your mirrors, but as discussed in previous lessons, try to make it more obvious. So, you know, turn your head, check your mirrors so that the examiner can see that you're actually checking your mirrors properly. I can see you're checking them because I've got my mirror here, but you know, like we said before, the examiner doesn't necessarily use his mirror. He's going to turn around and look at you. So if you've got a bit of head movement rather than just rolling your eyes, he's going to be more satisfied that you've checked your mirrors, and then you're less likely to get marked down on any mirror faults. All right, guys. That's the end of this particular video. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you've enjoyed, and give the video a like. Alright, Igor, time to say bye.
Bye.
See you later, guys. Catch you on the next video. Bye for now.